Hello student, in the last session you learned the characteristics of a system. Today topic is element of a system. The element of a system. The following elements are considered. First is output and input. Second is processor. Third is control. Fourth is feedback. Fifth is environment. And sixth is boundaries and interface. First is output and input. The major objective of a system is to produce output that has value to its user, whatever the nature of the outputs, goods, services, and information. It must be in line with the expectation of the user. Inputs are elements such as material, human, resources, information that enter the system for processing. Output is the outcome of processing. For example, in system analysis, first concern is to determine the user requirement of a proposed computer system, that is specification. Specification means process of specifying of the output that the computer is expected to provide for meeting user requirement. A system feeds an input to produce output in much the same way the business brings in human, financial, material resources to produce goods and services. It is important to point out here that determining the output is the first step in specifying the nature and amount regularity of the input needed to operate a system. Next is processor. Processor is the element of a system that involves the actual transformation of input into output. It is the operational component of a system. Processor may modify the input totally or partially depending on the specification of the output. This means that output specification change, so does the processing. In the processor, every process of the input and output is performed in a processor. In some case, input is also modified to enable the processor to handle the transformation. Next is control element. Control element guides the system. It is the decision making subsystem that controls the pattern of activities governing input, processing, and output. Every operations of the processing is controlled in the control element. In an organization context, management as a decision making body controls inflow, handling, and outflow of activity that affect the welfare of the business. In computer system, the operating system and accompanying software influence the behavior of the system. The output specification determine what and how much input is needed to keep the system in balance. In system analysis, knowing the attitude of the individual who controls the area of which computer is being considered can make difference between the success and the failure of the installation. Management support is required for securing control and supporting the objective of the proposed change. Next is the feedback. Feedback control in a dynamic system is achieved by feedback. Feedback measures output against the standard sum of procedures and include communication and control. It communicates between input and the output. Output information is feedback to the input or management for deliberation. Deliberation means long and careful consideration. After the output is compared against the performance standards, changes can result in the input and processing, consequently the output. Feedback may be positive or negative, routine or informational. Positive feedback reinforces the performance of the system. It is a routine in nature. Negative feedback generally provides the controller with information for the action. Every time the negative feedback is provide the action to the controller. In system analysis, feedback is important in different ways. During the analysis, user may told that the problem in a given application, verify the initial concern, justify the need for the change. Another form of feedback comes after the system is implemented. When you have implemented the system, feedback is taken. Next is environment. Environment is the supra system. Supra system means it is a macro level system composed with composed of a number of subsystems. The individual unit forming a system are typically called subsystem, element or component, and the larger composite enclosing a system is called the suprasystem. Within the organization it operates, in the suprasystem have their subsystems also. It is the source of external element that impinge on the system. In fact, it often determines how a system must function. The organization environment consisting of vendors, competitors and other may provide the constraint, consequently influence the actual performance of the business. Next is boundaries and the interfaces. A system should be defined by its boundaries, the limit that identify the components, processors, interrelationship when it interfaces with the another system. Each system has the boundaries that determine its sphere and the influence of a control. Suppose a teller system in a commercial bank is restricted for the deposit, withdrawal, and related activity of a customer's checking and saving account. Every system have their boundaries and the interface. Every system is made for the main purpose of this of the activities. Suppose any any company related software is performed for the company related operation. They have their boundaries and their interface. Today close here the session. In the next session you will see the types of the system. Thank you.